No hashtag. So if you're finding this 100% is for you, okay? I have a channeled message. It's kind of like a tough love message that was coming through, and I don't know why. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm trusting that someone needs to hear it. So if you're finding this message is for you, okay? Your guides, your higher self, whatever you want, however you want to say that, are kind of like annoyed, okay? So this is for those of you, just to kind of pre-qualify so you can see if this fits, those of you who have been on a spiritual journey or like have had some sort of at least one spiritual awakening. You know, there's more than one, right? Like the first one's like the baby one where you find out that things are energy, right? From there on out, it's all about discovering yourself and your power, okay? If you know about that, if you know about manifesting, but you are like not making changes and you're not reprogramming and you're not doing alignment work, and if you don't know what that means, like they're telling you to get on it. And there's like a car alarm going off across the street, and then I'm realizing, you know, it's eclipse season. So this is probably why, because they're like, please don't drag out your progress anymore. Like many of you have just been kind of doing the same old thing. Like you're getting more or less the same results. If you make moves, they're lateral moves because you're not changing yourself internally. You're not actually doing the work. Okay. I'm just channeling what's coming through. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But your guides essentially are like, you need to start taking yourself fucking seriously. Like if you know about manifestation, if you know about spirituality, like you need to be going deeper, because the longer you suppress your gifts, the longer you don't get in touch with that, the longer you keep giving your power away and like watching from the sidelines and like just following everyone but implementing nothing, like you are prolonging your ascension, you're prolonging your happiness, and you're making things harder for yourself. Like humanity as a whole is really being pushed into ascension. And so like if you know about this stuff, like you have no excuse not to be doing it. Like get the help you need if you need help. Stop. What's coming through is that many of you are like leaking your energy really bad. Like you're all up in everyone's stories, you're watching everything, but you're like day to day like essentially the same. Okay, you need to start learning how to access your own inner wisdom. This is what's coming through. Okay. And yes, you may need guidance or support or organization or a structure to help you get there. So like if you need to invest in yourself, okay? But what they're saying is you need to get serious, because what you're doing is you are getting yourself further and further away from your true self, okay? Every time we choose to stuff down our gifts, every moment that we sit on our potential, each moment that we aren't honest with ourselves about what we actually want, each time we continue in something that's seriously misaligned for us because we can't figure out how to make our dreams come true instead of doing the internal work, you are adding a layer of resistance between your human and your soul, like who you really are. So you're distancing yourself. So your life is going to get more and more tough. The situations you're in are going to increasingly become more and more unbearable. And what you're doing essentially is you are abandoning your true self. And it's time to cut that out. It's time to stop it. Because do you know what else you're doing? Because at some point, you're not going to be able to ignore it anymore. Okay? At some point, the things that you're ignoring, if you don't deconstruct them, the universe is going to deconstruct them for you. Your higher self is going to step in, and like it just shit's going to hit the fan until you learn how to get it together. This is coming from someone who's gone through this, by the way. And each time you're denying yourself the truth of who you are and what you know deep down you're really here to experience, you're adding another layer of resistance, which is one more thing that you're going to have to work through when the inevitable breakdown happens. So your spirit, your guide, your higher self is like, get on it. I know that you don't know the exact next steps. This is where you get to walk by faith and not by sight, and trust that each next step will be given to you. Trust yourself to be able to figure it out as you go. You are never going to see the full path ahead, okay? From your current state of awareness, you have no idea what is lined up for you. And you also have no idea how to get there, okay? It's not an external thing. It's mostly an internal thing. Yes, there are going to be things that you get the urge to do or stop doing or whatever, like follow that, but like it's internal. You need to be reprogramming yourself. You need to be deconditioning yourself. You need to be doing the subconscious and shadow work. And you're not supposed to know how to do it. That's not your job. Your job is to change who you're being internally, work on your self-concept, work on reprogramming. You need to take a look, an honest look at where do you have subconscious beliefs and patterns that are not serving you? Where are you out of alignment? Where are you out of integrity with yourself? Where are you doing things because you've been programmed to do them, not because you actually want to? We are moving collectively into a time where anything less than authenticity is like not going to stand. It's not going to be able to maintain itself. So this is a time to be really honest with yourself. This isn't about how it appears to others. This is not about proving yourself to anyone or comparing. This is about you and you. It's time for you to get really serious about this. And like your guide said, take yourself seriously. Okay. So I would love to know who you are, because this coming through was very strong. Okay. Yeah, so if this was you, feel free to let me know, or just watch and keep it to yourself. You don't need to let me know if you don't want to. And if you're looking for guidance or support, the ways I can support you further is linked in my bio if you want to connect on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're finding this, TikTok. And I have self-paced programs. I have email coaching, and I have personal readings, and I do take on like 1, sometimes 2 private clients for people who are like really ready to go all in. It's a 5-figure investment and worth every penny. But yeah, the link is in my bio. I would love to help you more. There are so many resources that I have, free and paid. You can dive in, but like, take it seriously, my love. Take it seriously. You owe it to yourself.